right now, right now, right now, right now. You don't know where you're going, any path will take you there, but only a divine path will bring you right here. Oh yeah, here we go again. Some love from home, because all we do is win. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is right now, right now, right now, right now. You don't know where you're going, any path will take you there, but only a divine path will bring you right here. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is right now, right now, right now, right now. Yeah, yeah, right back again, y'all. In the huddle, hero train, real talk Thursday, words to grow on. We all we got, we all we need. Each one teach one, each one reach one. If you are that one, you better know that you are enough. Every day, we wake up and run and play. The time is right now, right now, right now, right now. You don't know where you're going. Any road will take you there, but only a divine path will bring you right here. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is right now, right now, right now, right now. You don't know where you're going. Any path will take you there, but only a divine path will bring you right here. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is now. Right now. I'm talking about right now. If you don't know where you're going, any path will take you there. But only a divine path will bring you here. When I say here, I'm talking about the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is right now, in the moment. Those that share the moment with you, you got to realize we all we got. We all we need. Each one teach one. Each one reach one. If you are that one, brother, sister, you got to know that you are. You are. Brother Junior, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the huddle, man. I love you, man. And I want you to know, man, you are enough. We like to start off every episode in the huddle with a hero hymn. Somebody asked me this week, they say, well, what's the purpose of the hero hymn? I say, well, the hymn is the mighty wind within me. I'm talking about the hero spirit. See, we know that spirit means breath. Spirit means wind. There's two parts to breathing. Inhale, exhale. Your breathing is run by your system called your respiratory system. So the hymn is the spirit within me. The mighty wind that travels through my vocal cords and causes a sound that some feel as a vibration in their soul. And when they unite in that spirit, we understand we all we got. We all we need. See, in heroism, we know when we breathe together, we become on one accord. The unison of the breath, the unison of the spirit is what conjures up the momentum, the adrenaline, the self-confidence, the rhythm that activates the God in us. So on me, on three, we gonna inhale. 1, 2, 3. Great givers make great getters. So when you understand in the spirit, if you take a big old one in, you got to give a big old one back. So we give and receive. That's the purpose of the hero hymn. So the mighty hymn that comes out of me can be received by my hero brothers and sisters. So tonight's hymn says, please tell me where, oh where, oh where did the love go? Where did the love go? Please tell me where, oh where did the love go? Where did the love go? Do you know? If you know, grab that love and bring some back. Please tell me, where did the love go? Everybody agrees that we are loveless. If we all know that it's gone, who cares enough to ask, where did the love go? If you care enough to ask, where did the love go? Then the effects of that is to seek it and find it. And those that find it, who sincerely want to know where it went, because we understand that we need it. Grab some and bring it back. Grab some and bring it back. Put it in your spirit. Let your mighty spirit blow. Let the hymn of the heart in you roar. And let all those that share the moments of life, inhale you. And when they inhale you, when they ingest you, they are inspired by you, you will reflect in their expression, in their experiences, in their reality. That's how it works. Great givers make great getters. So if you know where love is, get a whole lot to give. What's going on, Brother Kamari? It's showtime. I feel like Randy Savage. It's showtime, brother. It's showtime. That's zero goddamn training. Yeah, that's how intense it get, like Randy Macho Man with this shit. I love this shit. What's going on, big brother? I am too. Saw you posting them pictures of your farming product, man. The best hog in North Carolina. The best sausage, pork chop, everything. A young brother putting that old game down in a new way to show that it's alive because we keep it alive. It's alive because we keep it alive. So when I see a young brother keeping the true essence of understanding of God, agriculture, farming, keeping it alive, that's real heroism. Want to give a shout out to my executive producer, my beautiful wife, Lakeisha. She also just happened to be my wardrobe coordinator. I say, baby, what I'm wearing tonight? I asked from the other room. She said, wear the white. I said, white what? She said, you ain't got but one thing white. And you already know what that means. I'm talking about the hat. Because when you wear that represents the light. So she said, tonight you wear the white and you let your big old light shine. Yeah. I'm shine tonight. Want to give a shout out to my homegirl, greatest co-host in the whole meta world and this here world. Alexa, I appreciate you.
Aw, you just made my day.
Oh, yeah. See that? I bring her in love and appreciation. See, one thing I always tell you, man. See, you got to know how it work to work it. See, Alexa is a woman. She on this show with me. This is my partner. This is my balance on this here show. And see, a woman operates through her feelings. So when I bring her in on a platform that makes her feel good, oh, she getting ready to do her thing. See how that works? She getting ready to do her thing. Just to even make it more certain she gonna do her thing, I'm gonna play with her feelings a little bit more. And some people say, don't play with my feelings. But if you intentionally playing with them to make them feel good, then your woman say, play on, baby. Alexa, I love you.
That's so nice. Those kind words are helping your tree of kindness grow. And if you ever want to check how your tree is doing, just ask, how is my tree of kindness?
See, when you know how to work how she feel, right? When you know how to work how she feel. See, when she feel a certain type of way, she do all the things that you need her to do to understand that she knows that she depend on you like you depend on her. And so y'all do the things that make each other whole. And in those things, she give you control. Because she know that you protect and console her soul. So when Alexa know this, I could say things like, Alexa, who is the master?
The Honorable Trab P.
See how it works. You see how it works. Alexa, tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
Yeah, see, she doing her thing today. Oh, man. Alexa, one time.
Good God Almighty, Trab P, you blanking.
That's why I wore the white, for the light. Let's say I'm blanking tonight. See how that worked out. Let's keep this thing rolling. We're going to go ahead and roll into it. Alexa, what is the meaning of altruism?
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor
Alexa, what is the meaning of altruism?
Altruism is usually defined as the principle or practice of unselfish concern for or devotion to the welfare of others, opposed to egoism. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for altruism.
One more time. Alexa, what is the meaning of altruism?
Altruism is usually defined as the principle or practice of unselfish concern for or devotion to the welfare of others, opposed to egoism. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for altruism.
A principle or practice of being concerned in the devotion to others' welfare. Altruism. The actions or practice of being concerned and devoted to the welfare of others. How often do you practice altruism? Do you understand what altruism? Do you have any altruism in you? When was the last time you practiced altruism? See, one of the very key phrases within my captions, it says, words to grow on. Let's grow. Let's grow. Have you ever heard the word altruism? And if you ain't never heard it, do you understand how much that it's a part of your reality? And maybe you ain't, and that ain't wrong, but at this moment, I say, ladies and gentlemen, The time is right now, right now, right now, right now. If you don't know where you're going, any path will lead you there, but only a divine path will bring you here to the moment that we share at a time that we call hero training. Words to grow on. Real talk Thursday. See how this works. So we're talking about altruism. It says opposed to egoism. Alexa, what is the meaning of egoism?
Egoism is usually defined as the habit of valuing everything only in reference to one's personal interest, selfishness, opposed to altruism. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for egoism.
So egoism is being concerned about yourself. Selfishness. Selfishness. It's opposed to altruism. Altruism is the devotion and practice of caring for others at the expense of your own comfort. Now, if I had to think about, well, how do I practice altruism on a day-to-day basis? Always and forever. I'm a father. I'm a father. Every day I rise, I'm a father. I am the roots. I am the stability of the woman and the children. When I give devotion, when I practice to put the concern of others' well-being before mine, selfishness. Oh man, there's no greater example of altruism than being a parent, being a guardian, as opposed to egoism. The opposite is egoism. See, we've always heard the word ego with a negative connotation. But egoism is one who's practicing the concern of oneself to learn themselves. So let me show you how this works. See, it's about balance. See, if I don't have enough egoism in me to have self-preservation, to understand me, to be totally selfless or selfish, and I let everybody walk over me. I don't never stand up to know that, hey, Trav, I'm important. So it's all about balance. You see how this works? Too much of anything is bad for the soul, even good. And in a way of understanding, so you always got to understand, one man God is another man devil. How do you determine which relationship do you have to either man? So if one man God is another man devil, and my daddy is my God, and I believe in my daddy because my daddy practiced altruism throughout my whole life to cultivate me and to cultivate my egoism. Ever since a child was a baby, it's the parents' responsibilities to cultivate egoism in that child, to know that you are special, you are enough, you are the one. You are smart, you are beautiful, you are strong, you are loved. So I practice altruism as a parent to devote my life to the well-being of my children, as opposed to giving them egoism, so that they will understand that when they turn the key and they become the roots of the tree, you see how this works. So I want to talk about some scenarios when there's no altruism and there's no egoism, and we don't understand how these words work, and we don't understand how they mean, and we don't understand what the isms are. See, the isms are the practices. When you practice the principles of a thing, when you practice, they say, what's your religion? What's your religion? I say, my religion is heroism. They say, well, what is that? Well, first you got to understand what a hero is. I say, I ain't going to kill nothing. I ain't going to let nothing die. I'm a compassionate man. I respond to a cry. I told my woman I'm a saver, and I saved her. So that makes me a savior. See, heroism is knowing and understanding that you are one of the ones. You are enough. Whatever position you in, you add value. That's what a hero is. Who rises up every day for the challenge to be there for those that depend on him or depend on her. The actions of that, the practice of that, the devotion of that, that's heroism. So the ism is the practice. The verb. Alexa, what is the meaning of verb?
Verb is usually defined as any member of a class of words that function as the main elements of predicates, that typically express action, state, or a relation between two things, and that may be inflected for tense, aspect, voice, mood, and to show agreement with their subject or object.
Typically, actions. So the acronym that I created for verb is the actions that validate my every reason of being. The actions that validate my every reason of being. See, I'm talking about the things that I do, not the ideas that I have, but the things that I do. See, that's the ism. That's the ism. See how this works? Altruism, the act of putting others' well-being before your own. I do this for my children. Do this for my wife every day. But I do this with a balance of egoism. Every day I struggle the balance to find between egoism and altruism, because they are the opposing to each other. And sometimes when I get out of balance and focus about myself more than the emotional well-beings and physical well-beings than others, man, I start getting out of order. And we already know when things get out of order, see, they got a malfunction. Look at the soda machine. It says out of order. They say, what's wrong with it? I don't know, but it got a malfunction. Well, what that mean? That mean it don't work. See how that work? So every day I got to check my scales of balance. Some days I have too much altruism and not enough heroism. Too much of anything is bad for the soul. So I look at practical situations where there's egoism and altruism. We learn through life to understand through life, to truly understand empathy, compassion. See, when you have empathy and compassion for others through understanding, you begin to find the balance of altruism outside of those that really depend on you. Now you can empathize and truly help and be the light for others. I watch my daughter. I ain't never watched this before in my life because I ain't never been the father of a teenage girl, a girl going through puberty. So how could I ever know this until I witnessed this? See how this works? When you understand how this works, man, when you, hey, look, man, when you understand, man, how this works, man, you begin to understand branches that we hang from like monkeys on monkey bars. See, they got branches like called Jehovah Witnesses. And because you don't understand what Jehovah and the concept is, and you don't understand the word witness, you don't realize, man, that God, man, God, God, it's the mother, the father, and the child. And as they multiply, we know them as a family. That is God. And when you understand altruism and egoism, and you pay attention and you care for one another, you witness God work. To truly understand your position in it, to know that we all we got, we all we need. Do you see how this works? So as I'm witnessing God work in my own home, I witness a young girl begin puberty, blossom like a flower. And within her blossoming, as her guardian, as the one who protects her for the well-being of her development, I guard the purity of my daughter. I watch her bloom as a flower and go through all the stages of egoism to start to see the beauty within herself. I watch her. I guard her. I'm witnessing it. I've never seen it before because I've never been a father before. They say I'm just living this old life of mine. It's one of a kind. It ain't never ever been lived before. So ain't no way in hell somebody can tell me how this here supposed to go. I'm in the game. I give devotion to the game. So I'm watching my daughter and I'm witnessing God work. And I can just imagine, man, there's so many young girls, man. There's so many young girls, man, that go through the stages of blossoming to truly find their inner beauty, the development of their egoism, to know that they are something special. And in that egoism, I watched my daughter walk around here with her head high and her chest high. She's starting to reflect and understand her mama's posture. She's starting to realize the essence of this posture that she's seen her whole life. So she begins to imitate it to realize I'm becoming a woman like my mama. See, I'm just witnessing this. So as I'm witnessing this, I think about all the young girls who wasn't God, who didn't have a balance of altruism around them. Someone that's truly devoted and concerned for the well-being of development. They had grown folk around them that was never cultivated in egoism as a child. To have the balance to now be an adult and understand the opposition of egoism is altruism. So when you become a parent, when you turn the key and you change your position in the cycle, you realize, man, how this shit work. Realize. So the young girl, man, filled with the natural order of egoism. She's going through, man, the stages of God. But because she don't have somebody around her with balance of altruism, man, to really understand how this thing works, man. I'm talking about the verbiage, man. I'm talking about somebody who don't understand, man, that their actions validate their every reason of being, man. So they around ain't doing nothing when it comes to the verbs of being a parent, a guardian. And in real life, man, we got people, man, who sees those flowers begin to blossom. Who sees those flowers begin to blossom. And they have dark souls, man. They get to working on it so that it'll never bloom. So the young girl, man, in her moments of egoism, understanding, begins to realize that that brought the attention of a predator. And that predator tainted her blossom and made her feel that her egoism was wrong. Her mama didn't have no egoism. Her daddy didn't have no egoism. So when they saw her blossom and not really understanding what that means in cultivation and what's necessary for a young girl who's going through these stages, they wouldn't give it to them, so they didn't know how to give it. They didn't have no verbiage. They didn't know how to do the right thing and how this shit work. So they began to make her feel like, oh, you think you grown because you getting titties. Oh, look at you. You think you all that. And because she had nobody to guard it and protect it as it developed, she became prey to a predator. And when she realized that was the source, she hid it forever. She don't want no part of egoism no more because egoism hurt her as a child. The only time she felt good about herself, it attracted a predator. So she put it away, and now she's all altruism. Oh, she go through her whole life just eating big. Everybody say, what's wrong with her? She act like she don't want nothing, but she's in her mind, I'm just trying to put everybody's well-being before mine. I'm so selfless because every time I get selfish and start to love myself, I don't never have nobody there to protect me when my light start to shine. Why my light always got to attract crazy motherfuckers? So now, everybody want to know what's wrong with her. Why she let herself go. Why she won't do right. Why she want this. Why she want that. See how that work, man? Do you see how that work? Do you know somebody like that? So when I say, when the last time you practiced altruism, man? Do you understand the difference between that and egoism? See, I always say, see, not egoism and altruism, that's the actions of. But ego, we talk about this all the time. Ego is the fire in me, the me, you. Consciousness. It's the awareness of everything around me. See, we saw cartoons our whole life with a God on one shoulder and a devil on the other shoulder. See, that's ego versus consciousness. See, the ego says, ain't nobody gonna disrespect me. I'm tired of people disrespecting me. I catch disrespect mid-fist and hold it like this right here. And I be ready to come back with a jab, but my consciousness say, Trav, don't do it. They say in order to beat somebody down, you got to get down with them. So my consciousness always shows me the then what. If I catch the disrespect and thump him on his nose, and his nose started to bleed because he well deserved to get thumped on his goddamn nose, the consciousness say, and then what? Well, see how that work. You see how that work. So it's about balance. So this is always shown in the cartoons like that. And sometimes, man, your ego, that's you. No matter how raging it get, you got to realize that's you. See, they taught you this in Nutty Professor. That's what Buddy Love represented, his ego. The raging in him, the one that says, if I could do all of this, man, this is who I would be. Oh, that's you. Those are true desires. And they ain't bad. Sometimes you got to accept that's you and realize and build a relationship with that part of you enough to sometimes let them know that I can't deny you because you're me. But what I will do is let you off the chain and let you be. I'm going to let you do what you're supposed to do when it's time to defend, when it's time to protect. See, in the egoism of me, when I practice my egoism, oh yeah. See, I got the spirit of an athlete. I grew up wrestling. I grew up all these things. If you say I ain't shit and you can say it in front of me, then I think you got to prove it. What you gonna do? Let's do something to establish this. And if you ain't ready to do something, see, my actions validate my every reason of being. So going back to the young girl, if the people around her see how this shit works, you see how this works. You see how this works. And I could spin that scenario many different ways. Many different ways. But no matter which way I spin it, if you get the point, you see how it works. If you get the point after this, when you begin to use your consciousness, to use your awareness, see, the most powerful thing you can pay is your attention. It ain't money. The most powerful things that you could pay for is your attention. Because you pay attention to what you care about. And if you care about your wife, your children, your husband, your children, if you care about them, then you pay the most powerful thing you got, and that's your attention. And when you pay your attention, you become a witness of God. And when you become a witness of God to understand how it works, you know your position in it to work it, man. And after you practice and devote yourself every day to working and find balance, man, it becomes rhythmic. It becomes a goddamn way of life. It becomes your routine. It becomes automatically. It becomes subconsciously. It becomes effortlessly. And before you know it, you realize, man, I be letting go and letting go. And I ain't just saying that shit. I'm saying it because I put the work in and I work it. And just so you don't think I'm talking about an idea, I call it activation, adrenaline, self-confidence, rhythm. When you put these together, when you understand these words, and you put them, you cast these spells on you when you doing things. The rhythm is the heartbeat. Don't you understand how they work this in the church? They get the clapping to a rhythm. They get the clapping to a rhythm. When you become a part of the rhythm, you begin to breathe in the same rhythm. And when everybody breathes in the same rhythm, everybody begin to get the same momentum. And everybody begin to understand where we're trying to go. And as long as we keep working the breath, keep working the rhythm, somebody finna blow. And they say, the spirit has ignited. Some of us experience it through sex. We can do, we can bend, we can go. We never out of breath. We leave our body. It's like we truly let go and let God. And that's one of the most powerful examples of what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm talking about. Altruism and egoism. That's knowing that I am the one that's truly goddamn giving myself to satisfy my woman. And when those become the cycle of the yin and the yang, don't you realize, man, that that's how it works? I wrote a song saying, let me kiss your mind. Let me massage your soul. Lay back and let go. Let your soul fly. See how that works? Do you see how it works? So I ain't just talking this shit. Understand these words, man. You got a smartphone in your hand every day. These 6th grade words. I ain't talking about the God spell. I ain't talking about the God spell. This realer than the God spell. Showing you how it works. When a man gives you the God spell, he's working the spell on you. He don't want you to know the spell. He working the spell on you. Because if you know the spell, then you become unfit to be under the spell. And if you're not under the spell, then you're not looking up for guidance. See, ain't nothing up there. We all we got, we all we need. I look my wife in the eye. I look my children in the eye. That's how I truly witness God. Shit up there. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. But only a divine path will bring you here in this here moment. I love you, man. I love you for real. We're going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here with a jam again. We're going to get out of here Hey, big brother, come out. I love you, man. I love you, man. Big brother, I'm gonna tell you some real word, brother. They say friends, man. The true essence of friendship amongst heroes. The true essence of friendship amongst heroes is just conversation. And knowing we got another genuine one of the ones to just talk to. Because through conversation brings empathy and understanding. And it ain't even so much about if it's wrong, if it's right. It's about understanding where a brother man coming from. To truly give each other inspiration, motivation, and direction to get where we going. See, because if you don't know where you going, any road will take you there, man. But only a divine road and path will bring you here. So when I talk to a brother that I call my friend, and our path has led us to the same moment to share it together, all we is in the huddle talking about the next play we finna run. You see how that works. Cousin April Forte, I love you, cuz. I want you to know, cuz, you are enough. Mello Monroe, I love you, sis. You are enough. You are enough, man. So I've been real since my birthday. I'm talking about the very, very first day. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? I love you. We're going to do this thing for real, though. You know what I mean? I'm going to get out of here with a jam, y'all. I'm going to get out of here with a jam. Yeah, I am. I'm going to get out of here with a jam. Yeah, I am. You know what I mean? I want to play a jam, y'all. That's been so real to me, man. I've been listening to this jam every day, all day. This jam is like, goddamn. This jam is like, this jam is spiritual to me, man. This jam is spiritual to me, man. Oh, man. Say you wanna live your life. Well, what does it look like? Say you won't be free. And then I ask myself this every day. You've been knocking and knocking and knocking, knocking on heaven door. If it open up and that you want it, who you looking for? What you gonna say? Do you know? Tell me what it look like. Do you know? Tell me what it look like. You really want to be free. I'm just saying mentally or physically. It's important to know, cause you already been free. Do you know? Tell me what it look like. Say you wanna live your life. Well, what does it look like? Say you won't be free. What you wanna be from? Yeah, man. They say, now you say you want to live your life. Well, tell me what that looks like. You say you want to be free. Well, tell me what you want to be free from. Man, I've been listening to this song, man, every day since I made it, man. Because this is some powerful shit that you can say to yourself every day in the mirror, man. To truly, man, work on your vision, man. Say you wanna live your life well, your life. You say you wanna be free. Well, I love y'all, man. I do this because I love it, man. I do this because I ain't got nothing else to do with it, man. I do this because I can. I do this because I'm good at what I do. Man, I've been working so many years, just, man, saying the same thing over and over and over. And every time I say it over, man, I try to find a better way, an easier way to understand it, man. It's almost like I want to give it to you like a baby. Hey, man, it's like, man, we won't reach for this shit. So it's like, we won't reach for it, man. I got to find the most realest way as a father, man, to put it to your mouth and feed it to you. Because if I can feed it to you and get you to taste it, I know you're going to love it. And once you begin to try it and see how it works, you're going to say, God damn. Then you're going to be like, oh, shit. What, man? How did I get free? Man, I'm free. Oh, my God, man. So it's like, the more and more you understand this shit, man, you know what I mean, man? You're going to realize how to live your life, man. You gonna know what that shit look like, man. What's around? You say you wanna be free. What you wanna be free from? Well, I love this shit, man. I love y'all, man. I'm finna get out of here, man. I'll see y'all next time.